Okay, this video is going to be about headshots, portraits, lifestyle photos, and group photos. A lot of times when we book a photo shoot, someone will say, we need headshots. But when we get there, they decide they need group shots. Sometimes they decide they need lifestyle shots. Sometimes they decide they need portraits. Sometimes when we get there, they want all of those things. So let's talk about briefly what headshots are, what portraits are, lifestyle photos, and of course group photos are kind of obvious. Headshot is usually shoulder to head, tight shot, face in the camera, pretty close. You can see the eyes, you can see the smile. It's a headshot. It's like right here. So when booking headshots, if someone's booking headshots, the setup for a headshot, portrait, lifestyle photo, even sometimes the gear and camera is different for each of those, and the amount of space needed from group shots to headshots can vary. So if you're booking headshots, for example, we can work in about a 7 feet wide, 10 feet long, preferably 15 feet in height, so we can get our lighting up and looking down on the subject. But we can work in a 8 feet height minimum. Then we might sit the subject down and sit them in a chair and then put the lights around them for that type of headshot, because you always want the lights above the subject. But then if you're wanting portraits is waist up usually, then lifestyle's usually the whole body. You're doing something. So it's important to know exactly long before the photo shoot what you actually want delivered and what they're going to be used for, because then you get into the discussion about the background. What is it you're selling? What is it you're marketing? What is the story, the message you want to tell? Because that background will help you tell that story. If you're just using like a plain white background because that goes with your website, that's fine. But with LinkedIn, Facebook, your YouTube channel, your Instagram channel, you may want different backgrounds, or maybe you're doing billboard ads and you want to be a real estate agent selling farms. Well, then you want that background to scream, I sell farms, I sell lake houses. Maybe you are a lawyer, then you want your background to look like you are a lawyer. You just don't want any background because that is what was in the background. I see a lot of backgrounds that are kind of outdated for the type of marketing they're doing. So they're doing a billboard ad for a real estate agent, and they do a casual portrait with a blue-gray painterly canvas background. That is like an 80s type background for a family portrait. That's not a type of background that I would suggest using for, marketing purposes. It's more for school photos and family photos. You want your background to complement the marketing message you're trying to send, and you might have several marketing messages, so you might have several different backgrounds. Doesn't mean you have to shoot in different locations. It just means those backgrounds can be replaced in the editing process so that they can communicate those messages. So again, headshots, real tight, shoulder, top of the head. Portraits, waist up. Lifestyle, usually full body, and you're doing something. You're getting on a motorcycle, you're getting on a four-wheeler, you're getting on a horse, you're in the office conducting a meeting, you're showing life. You're doing something. Lifestyle. Group photo is kind of obvious. Now the spacing for a group photo, you get 5-6 people, the same space, small, conference room you might be using for headshots may not work for group photos. So if you're planning on doing group photos along with your headshots, it needs to be discussed what spaces will be used to capture those images. All right, just thought I would cover that. Take care. This is Kenneth Purdom with Real Estate Photographer Pro.